Excavation Profits Podcast by Excavation Marketing Pros. Interviews with successful excavation and septic business owners, revealing how they market and grow their business in today's economy. Hear directly from the most successful leaders in your business and discover what they're doing to keep their phone ringing, equipment running, and businesses booming. Now your host, Scott Andreessen.
Well, hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to today's workshop. We're going to be talking about AEO, Answer Engine Optimization, and going into whether or not this is the death of search engine optimization, and be showing you what smart septic and excavation and septic contractors excavation septic contractors are doing using answer engine optimization to appear in AI assistants like Chatgpt, Alexa, Siri, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. I'll share my screen with you on this one. All right. So we'll be talking about what is AEO and how to optimize for it moving forward. So AEO is the new SEO, or search engine optimization. And we'll cover today the shift from search engine optimization over to AEO, how consumer search behavior is evolving, the impact of AEO on local businesses, and then key strategies to optimize for AEO as well. So who am I? Why should you listen to me? I am the founder and growth strategist over at Excavation Marketing Pros. We specifically and only work with excavation and septic contractor businesses. And I have 16 years of marketing experience. I am a speaker at NAURA. I'll be there. I spoke last year, and then I will be there this October speaking as well at the mega conference. And I'm the author of a couple books, Excavation and Septic Internet Marketing Profits, and a new one called Excavation and Septic Leads. And if you stay till the end, I'll show you how you can get yourself a free copy of this. So why does AEO matter? Answer engine optimization. That's because pretty much all of us are very glued to our mobile devices, and we no longer want to use our fingers to look for stuff. So we're just talking into the microphone on our tablet or smartphone or even laptop now, and just telling these assistants what we want. And consumers are using voice search and AI assistants more and more frequently. So here's an example. Google is favoring featured snippets and zero-click searches. So right here in the search bar, I have an example of a search. What excavation companies have best reviews in Tampa, Florida? All right. And without the user needing to scroll to the bottom of the page, click on website links, do any kind of research whatsoever, now they get an AI overview, which I'm sure you all have seen and you're using as well. And so right here we have our summary from AI, and the overview gives us two companies to choose from. In this instance, it's saying Construction Corps and Salt and Pepper Construction. So this really cuts down the research time for users. It makes the whole process a lot easier rather than having to comb through reviews that at their fingertips. Now they just have an answer of two, and then they can make their choice. And so you need to keep this in mind as you're marketing your excavation or septic businesses, that people are always going to go with the lowest friction route. So this is not top of the page result, these AI overviews. This is 0. This is position 0. So businesses that answer questions effectively get more visibility and leads through this method. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. So how search behavior is changing for excavation and septic contractors is that people are now searching with full questions because they no longer need to type it in to their smartphones or to their devices. So the old way would be like, they'd type in septic companies near me. The new way is they're asking smart questions to get educated on it. So they may say something like, what's the best type of septic system for soil in my area? And they can get very good answers from these AI assistants. So they're very educated when an excavation or septic contractor comes. They already know all the answers pretty much. And featured snippets and voice search results are replacing traditional rankings. So how AEO differs from search engine optimization. So search engine optimization, of course, focuses on ranking web pages using keywords. And it optimizes for search engines. Well, AEO is a little different. Answer engine optimization focuses on delivering instant accurate results. And then it optimizes for AI-driven responses and user intent. So it will collect all the data from searches, so you don't need to search and click on websites and do all the research. It does all that for you, compiles it, and then it can make very smart decisions based on that data. So the business impact of AEO for excavation and septic contractors is now you can own position 0. You can get leads instantly and become the trusted local expert. AEO strategies for excavation and septic businesses. First, you want to optimize for featured snippets. So examples of this would be using a schema code that answers questions. So you can have frequently asked questions within your website snippets, also known as like Google rich snippets. For instance, how much does land clearing cost? And you could have that as a snippet on your website, and those snippets feed in to the AI. So you can create a frequently asked questions section with an exhaustive list of questions and answers, not as content pages on your website. That's not what we're talking about. As schema, as rich snippet code on your website. So how much does it cost to replace a drain field in Florida? How do I choose an excavation company in Florida? What's the average price for land clearing per acre in Florida? And so on. You get the idea. You could insert your counties in there, and then this is going to help make you more relevant for the AEO. And then you enhance local SEO for voice search as well. Here's an example of structured data markup. So we have here an image of Google Search Console. And then on the right side, we see some schema code that has our question. What excavation services are available in Grand Isle County, Vermont, Franklin County, and so on? And then the excavation services are listed right below it. Excavation services include the site work, grading, land clearing, trenching, road excavating, and so on. So you can list these in the code. They don't need to be in the website, but that schema code directly gets inputted into not only voice search, but answer engine optimization. And then another way you can be using AI is you can leverage it in chatbots. So on the right side here, we have a chat widget that is completely controlled with AI. And so what it does is people talk back and forth with it, which I'm sure many of you have done. And you ask it questions, and the AI technology is good enough, smart enough, and human enough to not sound like a robot, where it will talk back and forth and answer your questions. And these bots can be trained. They can be trained on your website content, internal documents, other websites. You just feed it links, PDFs. You could even feed it Google Sheets, all kinds of content. And that's how you train it. And you can train it what to say and what not to say. If you don't want it to give specific prices, you can give it an instruction that, hey, you're only allowed to give a ballpark price or no price at all. Or you may want to give specific prices, and it will do that. So anything that you could train a human to do, you can train the AI to do. So in this instance, we have it chatting back and forth with someone who says, I need a quote to pump my septic tank. It's a 1,000-gallon tank, and I'm located at this address. Hey, I can't give a specific quote, but we do offer free estimates. Could I get your full name and phone number, and a team member will call you? And then the person gives their full name, phone number, and they correct it. I do not live on Oak Run. If I need to be there, we will have to arrange a convenient time for both of us. Thanks. Thank you, Bob. A team member will call you soon. And then the conversation actually kept going on past that, but I wanted to give you a little example. And in this case, I want to point out we're talking about a 1,000-gallon tank. Now, if you have the data of pricing, of course, for what the tanks are, you can include that. And you could actually include the pricing and take it one step further and quote them the price and even give them a hyperlink to book the appointment and pay up front for the service. So it's at a point now where you can ask them questions to pre-qualify them, and if they know the answers, you can walk them through the steps of self-booking and self-paying for certain services. And we are definitely moving in that direction where people prefer self-service. They want to know pricing, they want to know self-service, or they want to be able to do self-service. Now, another way that you can be using the AI is through leads and booking appointments. And so I'll share an example with you of how you do that. But for instance, in the last slide, we had the AI collect the person's name and phone number. And you could also collect the email too, and so on. From that point, you can create what's called a trigger when you have that information. So we have their name and their phone number, right? That in itself is enough to create a trigger. So now we could have voice AI call them up, pre-qualify them while they're chatting on their device. They may be on their smartphone chatting, they may be on their computer. While they're doing that, you can actually have the AI reach out to them and actually call them and book an appointment. And I want to give a shout out to Heather. Thanks for joining us. And for those of you on Facebook or YouTube or any of our social channels, thank you too for tuning in. All right, so I'm going to show you an example of this. And they've done a study that in 78% of the instances, the first responder will get the job. So keep that in mind. that speed to lead wins, that from the moment someone fills out a contact form on your website or from an ad or whatever, they're expecting to be contacted within 5 minutes or less. And anything beyond that point, your odds of getting ghosted and losing the job dramatically increase. So here's an example of someone who filled out a form, and then within just a couple minutes, within 2 minutes, they were called by the AI. So they filled out a pre-qualifying form, and from there, the appointment is booked. So let's take a listen.
Sergeant Nesson.
Hi, Larry. My name's Scott, the AI bot, with a form from you on. You requested a free consult for your septic system. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah, I do.
Great. Thanks for confirming. Do you have 2 minutes to talk right now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. To help us better assist you, can you confirm if you're the property owner where the septic system will be installed?
Yeah, I just don't know if you can legally put one in because I'm on city sewer.
Thanks for letting me know. That's a good question, and definitely something a specialist can help you figure out. Before we set up a call, can you tell me how many bedrooms the home has or will have?
The home has 2 bedrooms and a small office that sometimes they would consider it a third, but there's only one person living here. So I would be looking for a septic system to back up for just one person.
Thanks for sharing that info. One more quick question. If we can help and the septic solution meets all your conditions of satisfaction, including price, when would you want to start?
Probably before winter.
Got it. Thanks. I can have one of our septic specialists give you a call to walk through everything and answer all your questions. Would that work for you?
That'd be great.
Perfect. What day and time would work best for the call with our specialist? Morning or afternoon is fine, whatever's easiest for you.
Morning usually works pretty good. I have to work. I do volunteer work in the evening and the afternoon, so.
Thanks for letting me know. Let me check what morning times we have available. Here are a few morning time slots we have open tomorrow. 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m. Would any of those work well for you?
Yeah, 10 a.m. would work good.
Just to confirm, you'd like to book the call for tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
You're all set. Our septic specialist will call you tomorrow at 10 a.m. I have scheduled your appointment, and you will get a text and email reminder. Thanks for your time and goodbye for now. Okay. So you see the power of AI, hopefully, from that was 100% artificial intelligent communication that sounded pretty natural. And a lot of times people don't even if they're told it's AI, like they were told it's AI, we've been having great success with this. People will go on telling their life stories to the AI, just kind of forgetting that it's even a bot. And the AI will talk back and forth with it like it's crazy, right? But it's effective. And people are booking appointments in this way. And so within just a couple minutes of a lead triggering this, it will reach out and, of course, book the appointment. And then you, the business owner, step in and you already have a pre-qualified lead. You already have an appointment booked, so you don't need to chase a tire kicker because they've already pre-qualified everything in the form and with the AI. And then that's it. So it saves you a lot of time. And then this is how you scale your business up. And a lot of you watching this, a lot of excavation septic contractors in my audience are in that $500,000, $1 million mark, and they're looking to scale past that with the right systems in place. And so AI automation has been a huge help for our contractor clients to scale up and save time so they don't have all the chaos. So the future of search engine optimization and AEO, more searches will, of course, be conducted by voice assistants because it's just too much easier now to talk into your smartphone than to type stuff. And AI will play a greater role in determining search results. And then businesses that adapt early will dominate their markets. And you guys listening to this, I'm sure you know, like, it all started first with websites, right? That people were slow to move on getting a website. For decades, business was conducted through Yellow Pages. That's how it all started. You had to be in Yellow Pages. And how did you optimize yourself in the Yellow Pages? You got a business starting with the letter A. And then you got a business starting with AAA. Whatever you could do to optimize your name to the front of the book. And then people got websites, and those that adopted early were the first to rank on Google. And then those who got their Google Maps listings first were the first ones to take control of that. And then, eventually people started catching on, and then now it's extremely competitive. So we are at that cusp with AI where it's past the .com phase. Like it's becoming very widely used at this point where people are using their AI assistants in Chatgpt. But it has not gone completely full-blown mainstream yet, like Google search, which is becoming very played out. So here's what we've covered so far. The shift from traditional search engine optimization to answer engine optimization, how consumer search behavior is evolving with voice and AI, why AEO is crucial for local visibility and lead generation for your business, and then key strategies how to optimize your business. So if you guys have some questions specifically about AI or leads or anything like that, go ahead and type them into the QA box, or you can comment if you like, and I'll try to answer them for you. Let me know. And I do want to, while we're doing that, I do want to let you know of some free stuff, and that is the book. That if you are interested in a copy of Excavation and Septic Leads, you can go to excavationmarketingpros.com/book, and you can get yourself a copy of this. And it's a digital version, but just as good. Same thing as the print, but digital. And also, this image is not coming up, it looks like, but you can see us on social. Let me go back to that screen. You can subscribe to our YouTube at Excavation Marketing Pros. And also we have our Instagram, our Facebook, Excavation Marketing Pros, LinkedIn. Our website is excavationmarketingpros.com. You can send me an email, scott@excavationmarketingpros, or give us a call. So if there's no other questions, then I think that is pretty much it. I will go ahead and bring this workshop to a close. And if you do need some help, you can just let me know. You can type in chat, and I can certainly help you out if anyone has any questions at all. All righty. Otherwise, I thank you all so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day, and bye for now.
Hey there, excavation pros. If you enjoyed today's podcast, make sure to like and subscribe to our podcast and channel. Leave us your feedback and let us know how we did. And hey, if you're interested in taking your excavation or septic business to the next level online, make sure you visit excavationmarketingpros.com today and take advantage of our free resources and mastermind group for excavation and septic industry professionals.